Hi there, this is Marcela McBride, and I'm curious if you're a visionary, creative, heart-based woman that feels that you have intuitive, psychic healing abilities that you haven't tapped into fully. And you may also have a sense that there's a destiny or purpose for your life that you haven't stepped into either. And you may have felt blocked or stuck to move forward into those gifts and to really explore this purpose and destiny that may be calling you out, because there's a legitimate fear in stepping out in this way, because I imagine if you are this way that you don't really fit in anywhere. There's not been a place in our modern day society that you've really fit into, and you may be searching and curious and want to explore this divine essence, call it God, Goddess within you more, which I believe is the sacred feminine rising. And the priestess archetype that may be calling out to you at this time as an embodiment of the sacred feminine principle is her voice is getting louder. And she's showing up to us in these whispers and signs and signals that maybe we are receiving about our lives that you may have been starting to pay attention to, starting to step more onto your path, but you're at this point now where you're really ready. You want to step into it more fully. You want to have more passionate, excited experience of your life. You want to be doing work that you love, being paid well for it, being in a community of like-minded souls that support you, that hold you to your highest possibility. And you may have a lot of not that right now. You may have the opposite of that. You may experience that there's some struggle in your relationships and you're getting a call out that your health is starting to show up with some concerns, to a little bit of concern up to full-blown diagnosis and illness. And you may also be finding some financial challenge mixed into that too. These are all just signs and signals that something's off. You're not fully in alignment with, I believe, your deeper purpose. So I teach the Mystic Priestess Path through a 9-month immersive rebirthing process for women. And this is a process that's deep soul fulfillment and personal growth for women that feel this call inside. There's something more for you, and you know it, and the voice is getting louder, and you're ready to receive the support. All of this explains my whole process over the past 20 years in the personal growth industry of exploring so many different modalities and healing approaches and spiritual processes and perspectives. And there's nothing I found more powerful than stepping onto the Priestess Path, than to align me with my deeper purpose and my work and my soul fulfillment, and all that other stuff, the financial challenges, the relationships, the health stuff, all got handled once I was in alignment. And I feel so passionately about this now, and why I've committed my life force to doing this full time. And so I'd love to invite you to join me for an online webinar this coming Tuesday, September 4th at 8 o'clock EST. I'm going to be talking about this conversation and much more in depth. There'll be a Sacred Circle teaching masterclass around the priestess archetype awakening as a path of soul purpose and deeper fulfillment, which is also linked to our deepest happiness, because it's really the reason we came into the world at this time. And so aligning with that is a path of magic and miracles and mystery that gets to unfold. And so hop over to my website if you're not there now, marcelamcbride.com, and put your info in there. I'm also going to give you a free gift, 7 Signs Your Inner Priestess is Calling checklist. And this kind of goes through some of the ones I just spoke about with a few more that are all kind of call out signs and signals to be paying attention to, that this path may be calling to you strongly right now. And if that's the case, I would love to invite you to that webinar. I'll also be sharing a bit more about the 9-month immersive process I take women through that starts here towards the end of September and runs through next May. And this time we get to start in the ancient the oldest mountains in the world in the Blue Ridge of North Carolina, and the women get to fly over to the Big Island of Hawaii next May and come be initiated on the newest earth that's just been produced, Goddess Pele, you might see here in the framed picture in the back here, as she has wielded the fire of new earth there on the Big Island. So this is a very exciting year to jump into this process. I have 3 spots left. So just a heads up on that. And if you are on my page, you'll get more detail if you read below the video here and opting in. You'll get to see some testimonials of women that have walked in this way, stepped onto this path. And so if this is calling to you, I'd love to have you join me next week, Tuesday, September 4th. Hop onto my site there and put your info in, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Much loving blessings.